some point. Hopefully. We are kicking things off as the Canadian Championship on the line. Champion Diamond Dallas Page challenger Diamond Dallas Page, my bad, takes on the homegrown Canadian champion himself, Christian. You may be wondering, who's that in Christian's corner? Well, I'll explain it as Christian's coming out. But this should be quite the match for the Canadian Championship. Let's take a look back at the win-loss record of these two men since Ecdamien got started. Champion Christian is undefeated. He is 3-0. Challenger DDP is 2-1. This should be a great match between two pretty top stars here in Ecdamien.
Tri-County Triple Crown Women's Television Super Heavyweight Hybrid Championship.
Now, sorry it took this long. Usually Ecdamien is taped on Tuesdays, and it is Friday, but it has been a kind of a busy week, so I've had to keep canceling when to tape these shows.
Well, this guy looks eager to add some.
And here comes a challenger, Diamond Dallas Page. Diamond Dallas Page has had a pretty good run on Ecdamien, only losing once, and that was in the first week when he lost in a triple threat match. He then beat Lex Luger, and last week Wait. The hell? I just realized Diamond Dallas Page is a #1 contender for Damien's main title, and yet he's challenging for the Canadian Championship, which means if he wins, he may have to fight 2 times on the pay-per-view on the pre-show and in Damien's main event. But if he loses, that's a loss for the #1 contender going into the match. I mean, whatever. Damien's show. And here comes a champion. That goddamn evil Canadian. Hate him. What the hell? And there's his manager, Rodney. And if any of you were watching last week, Rodney was a guy commentating supporting supporting the Canadian. He wanted Christian to beat Randy Savage of our dreams and all of our hope and love. It was an awful time, and unfortunately, he was able to do it. Now Rodney's out here managing his fellow Canadian Christian. Rodney could win control of Ecdamien Sunday at the pay-per-view. And imagine if he wins control of Ecdamien while he's leading a crazy group of Canadians. God, this could become the worst show ever. I mean, no, it could be. Too many Canadians in charge. I mean, I hate Christian for turning on him for being just an evil Canadian, doing evil Canadian things. He has been a great champion so far. Undefeated on Ecdamien. He won the title against Baron Corbin and DDP in a triple threat match. Then defended it against Baron Corbin, and last week defended it against Randy Savage. So it's not like he's been taking on easy challengers. Christian has been a fighting champion, and he's looking to defend his championship here again tonight.
From the Jersey Shore, weighing in at 248 pounds, Diamond Dallas Page. And his opponent, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, he is the Tri-County Triple Crown Women's Television Super Heavyweight Hybrid Champion, Christian.
Damn right he is. All right. I personally don't get this match. I don't get why Damien set this up. I mean, if DDP wins, he's going to have to wrestle twice on the pay-per-view. I guess it's just something that Damien and Justin love doing. If they have a roster of 34 people, they have to have a guy wrestle twice one night. Those people are so excited. Oh my god, these guys are starting off insanely quick. My god. But if DDP wins, he's gonna have to defend he's gonna have to defend the title on the pre-show and then challenge Heath Slater later in the card. But if he loses, that's a loss going into the pay-per-view. Not building much momentum for the #1 contender. Oh my god, a big chop. These men have just been starting off viciously, going straight at it, not holding anything back, in a big drop kick by Christian. If Christian wins this, he's going to be going into the fatal, not the fatal four, he's going to be defending his championship on Heat. And then Rodney could later on be winning the entire control of the company. Now, this Ecdamien will actually be split up into 2 parts. The first part will have every match except the main event, and the second part will have the main event where all 6 competitors in the ladder match will be revealed, and who they will be representing will also be revealed. But we're kicking the show off with the Canadian Championship. Christian right now taking it to Diamond Dallas Page. Imagine what it would do for Captain Charisma. He was picked by Rodney to be the head man in Team Canada. He's undefeated right now, and if he can pick up a win over the #1 contender, who knows what that could mean for him in the future. Christian has just been saying awful shit about America, like we're going to have an awful president and our economy's not that great and all this other stuff. And I want to hate him because, he's an evil Canadian with his maple syrup and his hockey and ham for bacon. But Christian's a great wrestler, and he could very easily become the top star in Ecdamien. This isn't just an NXT where there's a glass ceiling for men that Justin doesn't want to become world champion. This is Ecdamien, where the world champion could be Heath Slater. Christian just bitch slapped Diamond Dallas Page. Canadian uppercut. That's right, it's not the European uppercut. Canadian is changing. Christian. Christian is changing all moves to have Canadian in front of it. That would have a different nationality or place of origin to begin with. Christian looking to put this match away early. What an embarrassing loss this could be for the #1 contender if he's pinned this quickly. A reverse DDT. Not able to put away Page. You can't count Diamond Dallas Page out yet. Christian goes for a drop kick to the back, but Page moves. Picks him up. Christian able to get out of it. Slaps him in the back. Kill switch to Page. Is Christian about to retain the championship? 1, 2, and Christian retains the the Canadian Championship.
Let's take a look at some of the big highlights.
Christian is going. Well, we now know that Christian will be going on to defend the Canadian Championship at Heat. But DDP is still the #1 contender for Heath Slater. But how will this loss affect him going into the pay-per-view this Sunday?
We may be looking at the match
Who knows?
of the year.
What an opener. This match. There are so many tag team matches on this show, including the big main event 6-man tag, that some of these matches had to be cut short for time.
Tri-County Triple Crown Women's Television Super Heavyweight Hybrid Champion
Christian once again.
Extremely impressive win, guys.
Well, a big start for Team Canada. Hello, baby, guess who's back? Christian and Rodney could be leading Team Canada onto big things here on Ecdamien, especially if Rodney becomes a general manager. All right. Up next, we've got a tag team match, one of the many tag team matches that will be featured here on Ecdamien. We've got 2 members of the Social Outcasts. I'm guessing that's their name. Damien hasn't given them a name yet. We got Adam Rose and Bo Dallas set to take on the #1 contenders for the tag team championships, the Bushwhackers. And if you're missing anything and asking why the Bushwhackers are #1 contenders, I don't know. They just are. But they have said that they do have a surprise for Kid and Cesaro at Backlash. Are that there? Alright. They do have a surprise for Kid and Cesaro at Backlash. I personally can't wait to see what this surprise is. But the #1 contender is the Bushwhackers set to take on Adam Rose and Bo Dallas. I don't know how they're going to follow up that opener. And what an opener it was. #1 contender got killed, but he got beat by a champion, so it's not like he got beat by a nobody. And an undefeated champion at that. But next, we've got the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship taking on just another tag team. And here comes Adam Rose. Adam Rose. This is actually his first match here on Ecdamien. Looking to get a big win. Look how happy he is to be here. He's all excited. And why wouldn't you be?
Is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Mushaki, Bahamas, weighing in at 221 pounds, Adam Rose.
The combination of these two
Adam
competitors
Rose.
is nearly unstoppable.
I mean, Adam Rose could get a win in his debut, and it could be over. #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship. That could mean a lot for Adam Rose's career going forward. I would not know what's going to happen with Adam Rose. I mean, he's got a pretty good tag team partner. No, wait, no, he doesn't. I lied. I thought it was Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel, conspicuous by his absence here tonight. Bo Dallas, this is his second match on the show.
Weighing in at 234 pounds, Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas having an 0-1 record in the first week when him and Curtis Axel lost to the Terminators. Bo Dallas and Adam Rose looking to get on the right track. That's all you have to do is believe. If they believe they can beat the #1 contenders, I believe they can. And I have all the faith in these men to do it. I mean, it's not like the #1 contenders are really big, major stars here. But they are the #1 contenders. Damien just decided to give him a rematch, and I don't blame him. But Damien has, you know what? I know, actually I do blame Damien. I don't get the reasoning behind it, but Damien has assured me that's the surprise that the Bushwhackers have come Backlash is going to be a huge surprise. One that none of us will see coming, but one we will all love. I don't really know if I believe it, but here come the #1 contenders. And boy, am I excited.
Bushwhacker Luke and Bushwhacker Butch. The Bushwhackers.
Now, Bushwhacker Butch is 0-1. Bushwhacker Luke is 1-2. Butch only had one match, and that came when they lost to crown the tag team champions in the first week. Luke also lost in that tag team match, but he lost against, who was it? He lost against Tyson Kidd last week, but Luke was able to defeat Dusty Rhodes on the second episode of Ecdamien, scratching each other's heads. This could be a formidable team. I don't know what these two crazy men have planned for Backlash. I'm excited. As excited as you can get for a Bushwhacker match from Backlash. I want to know what they have surprised. I don't want to not like the Bushwhackers. I just don't get why they're #1 contenders. Strong Irish whip onto the outside to start off this match. Pretty sure that's Butch. It may be Luke. Who knows? Butch/Luke Bushwhacker throwing him into the corner, the apron. Oh, into Baron Corbin's face. I mean, if Adam Rose and Bo Dallas can beat the #1 contenders, that should put them in line for a future tag team championship match down the line. It should. There isn't much sense used on a lot of these shows these days. These shows mostly being Ecdamien and Justin XT.
I mean, they must need a king somewhere in
The clap to Adam Rose and a punch to the gut by Adam Rose. You can't stop Adam Rose with just a clap. Adam Rose has lightning on his pants. He's a real man. Adam Rose does want to get a win in his debut, and a win over the #1 contenders would be big for Adam Rose. Adam Rose is in a group called the Social Outcast. The leader of the Social Outcast is a man known as Heath Slater. And what is Heath Slater? The Ecdamien champion. I don't know if you guys want to take... Oh, airplane split. Airplane spin. I can't speak. Airplane spin. My God.
Those guys, those rosebuds, if you will, are flat out strange.
Gone to the middle rope. Goes Butch. Oh, winding it up. Here he comes. Yeah. Butch was a big fist to the head of Adam Rose. Now roll him over. Not even going to make the tag to Butch. Luke, or what, whoever the hell he is. Bushwhacker 1 wants to do it all by himself. And Bushwhacker 2 is fine just standing on the apron. Jawbreaker by B1. B1 and B2 will tag into B2. B2 will one day take on B1. B1 and B2 will finally take on T1 one day down the line. Why do they always throw Adam Rose to the outside?
With this kind of attack, just how much longer they can compete.
Yeah,
I don't get their strategy, but I need to get their strategy because they're the Bushwhackers. And if I understood strategy, then I would be elbow to the knee. And a Russian leg sweep on the outside. You see, if Christian were to do a Russian leg sweep, we would rename it the Canadian leg sweep because he's a dastardly Canadian. But don't worry. Don't worry. Whoa. Oh, that 5, these men are so afraid when it gets to 5 that they could be counted out, that they have to run back in the ring. Looks like B2 was going to go for a belly-to-belly maybe, and Adam Rose was able to fight it off. I don't know why Adam Rose is still trying to continue wrestling. If I were him, I would just go tag in the Fresh Bull Dallas, who's not even been in this match once. But B2's got him. Back suplex. Adam Rose needs to get the tag to Bull Dallas. Adam Rose, this is his debut match where he's trying to prove that he belongs on this roster. But if he gets killed this entire match, I don't really know how. Oh, look at these punches. And now he's biting Adam Rose. Okay, I'm guessing that's Butch since that's what the commentator said.
There's the switch.
Tag into Luke. Uh-oh. Could this be it? Battering ram.
Oh, and that's it. That's gotta be it. Butch.
That could be it for Bull and Rose. The Rose Bowl. Oh, but Bull's able to break it up. Bull doesn't want to lose to the Bushwhackers. Bull says, come the hell on. I can lose to the Terminators, but the Bushwhackers... But Bull Dallas has too high of standards to lose to the Bushwhackers, but Adam Rose is being selfish and not wanting to tag in Bull Dallas. A nice cross body from the top rope by Roland Midfield. Oh, is he going to finally tag in Bull? And here comes Bull. Bull coming in with a hot tag like a house of fire. Bull cannot be stopped. Bull got stopped. Not the greatest hot tag I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. The Bushwhackers have been dominating this. Maybe the Bushwhackers do deserve that match. I guess. I mean, I don't know the Bushwhackers like Damien knows the Bushwhackers. Neckbreaker.
Yeah, you're right about that. He's made a name for himself with this.
Bull Dallas picks him up against shoulder taggered by Butch / Luke / Bushwhacker. I'm guessing that's Luke. And I say it's Luke. And just move on. Luke's got him and drops him on his nuts. You may ask yourself, why is that not a disqualification? And I would answer, don't ask that question. No one knows. Docking Bull Dallas. Turns him around. The stroke. Flat Bush. Oh, looks like he's going for a headbutt, but Bull countered with a low down. Shades of his favorite wrestler ever, D'Lo Brown. Aw, shit. Bull with a big belly to Bull. Takes him up, but Luke sweeps the legs. Luke trying to make the tag into Butch. That could be a smart strategy. The ref pointing at the Titantron. I guess that's how he saw the tag, because he didn't get this match directly. Which has got him up, but getting out of it. I mean, Bull's 0-1. He wants to win. Double arm DDT, butterfly DDT.
That's it. He's done.
Our number one contender is about to lose. Apparently, I was going to say apparently Luke doesn't care, but Butch can kick out on his own because Butch is that goddamn tough. I mean, they are a legendary tag team. They are Hall of Famers. It's going to take more than one butterfly DDT to put him away. But Bull's got him up. Irish whip into the corner. Turns him around. Bulldog, possibly? Nope, tornado DDT. Torpedo DDT. No tornado DDT. Tack back into the Party King, Adam Rose.
Yeah, Cole, this is when you have to settle things down.
Adam Rose needs to continue the momentum that Bull's been building for his team, and he's already losing it. But he's fighting back. He's got Butch.
You know, like you said earlier, Luke is known for being one half of one of the most hardcore teams of all time. But for me,
duplex?
he's most known for his performance at the
Nice
1991 Royal Rumble. Let's just say that if you
Adam Rose was a nice spine buster to Butch, but that may be a little too close to the Bushwhacker's corner. Yeah, Luke was able to break it up right away. Irish whip to Adam Rose in the corner, but Bull's got Luke and just tosses him out the ring. Luke takes a big fall to the outside. Butch bringing Rose to the top rope. What a tag team match this has been. Oh, nice kick by Rose. Is he going to do another? Top rope Hurricanrana. Rose calling him up. Rose saying, get your bitch ass up for the party foul. Party foul. But once again, it may be a little too close to the Bushwhacker's corner. Adam Rose's stupidity may have cost his team to win as he pinned him too close to the Bushwhacker's corner. Bull picks him up. Bull's obviously frustrated. Adam Rose at the beginning of this match did not want to make the tag. Now he's saluting John Cena's turnbuckle. I would too. We should all salute John Cena's turnbuckle. Oh, is he calling him up for another party foul? No, he decided to taunt at the fans. Oh, big forearm. And another forearm. Ducks a clothesline. Spinebuster. I'm sorry, I just heard Michael Cole say Adam Rose is one of the best in the business. Thrusting. When the hell did JBL pop out on commentary? These boots to the gut of Butch. Is that going to be enough to put the number one contenders away? And if so, what shitty number one contenders? Unless those kicks out to... Yay. Bull and Rose pick up a victory. I think Adam Rose, he had something in his boots. That couldn't beat normal boots. Normal boots want to knock you out. Adam Rose had something in his boots. He had a steel plate in his boots that knocked out Butch by kicking him in his stomach. I love this Marlin ref cam we saw.
Let's take a look at some of the big highlights.
So, in the first two matches, we saw the number one contender for the Ecdamien Championship lose, and the number one contender for the Tag Team Championship lose. This is a very interesting last episode of Ecdamien before the pay-per-view. All of Damien's contenders are losing. And Rodney's guy won. Rodney's guy won over over Damien's number one contender. Is that a sign of things to come? Who knows? Maybe it could be. We could be living in the age of Canada and Rodney, or we could be living in the age of the other people who will be brought up later during the main event. You know, I thought Adam Rose was being selfish, not wanting to tag in Bull at the beginning, and then pinning too close to the Bushwhacker's corner with some not good ring psychology, or not good ring positioning. And I thought that may have cost them, but they were able to pull out the victory over the number one contenders. Now, hopefully the surprise, maybe they should have brought their surprise tonight, and not be made a fool of here tonight. I don't know. Maybe that's just what I believe. they're surprised. It better be something big that can help them win, or else I don't really know. But up next, we've got a match. That's the best I can describe this match as. We have got the Honky Tonk Man, and he is set to take on Mikey Whipwreck. It's the last episode before the pay-per-view. We don't, just filling the card. Alright, let's get going. Honky Tonk Man, Mikey Whipwreck. This should be a match. Mikey Whipwreck. Let's see, what is his record here in Ecdamien? Mikey Whipwreck is 0-2. Honky Tonk Man is 0-2. What a match between a bunch of losers. I'm so glad I'm gonna watch a match between losers. Here comes, but at least this loser can play a guitar. Let's see.
Is scheduled for one fall.
Let's look back at these men's matches in the past. And the first week of Ecdamien, Honky Tonk Man fought for the cash title against R-Truth, and Bruno Sammartino was his manager. And then somehow Bruno Sammartino got into the match and beat him for the title. And then last week he lost a number one contenders match to R-Truth. And then for Mikey, so Honky Tonk Man has lost to Bruno Sammartino in a triple threat match, and then he lost to R-Truth last week. Mikey Whipwreck lost to Alberto Del Rio in the first episode of Ecdamien. And then I don't know what else he did. He lost to Bruno Sammartino last week.
Buffalo, New York, weighing in at 187 pounds, Mikey Whipwreck.
I mean,
I can't wait to see this one. Well, if this
I can, King. Jerry Lawler saying he can't wait to see this one. You know what? I said this isn't just an XT where guys hit a glass ceiling if they win, but Justin doesn't want to push them, so he doesn't book them. I was wrong. Damien does that too. Where the hell has Alberto Del Rio ever been since Alberto Del Rio killed Mikey Whipwreck? He hasn't been booked since. Del Rio should be booked, god damn it. Mikey Whipwreck, the loser who got killed by Del Rio, was then booked and got killed by Bruno, and now he's going to possibly get killed by Honky, and Del Rio is not even booked. I'm going to bring this up to Damien. Maybe it's time for a new manager, a new owner. Damien won't even book Del Rio. Look at these fans, they're excited. They've seen quite the night. Kick to the gut by Whipwreck. I'm expecting Honky Tonk Man to win this. I mean, his singlet says the greatest of all time with music signs around him and little guitars. You can't argue with that shirt, that singlet, but look at that shirt. You can definitely argue with that one. Takedown by Whipwreck. You can say that so far Mikey Whipwreck's career, Ecdamien career, has been a shipwreck. Oh-ho-ho. And Honky Tonk Man has been off to a sour tune. Oh-ho-ho-ho. Both these guys are 0-2. Big slap by Honky Tonk Man.
Are you kidding me?
That was not a Hurricane Rana, Jerry Lawler.
Looking fresh right now, which is
Whipwreck with the arm. This big kick to the gut. Irate, you show him, Honky Tonk Man. You're the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. You showed us little loser. I don't know what the hell you just ran into, but yeah, you don't even let that affect you. I hope Honky Tonk Man gets his first win here tonight. Screw Mikey Whipwreck.
Mikey Whipwreck taking advantage right now. Mikey Whipwreck,
oh, he slammed him. That's going to be the image that defines Ecdamien for the rest of history. And then he just gets up and eye rakes him.
Mikey Whipwreck's offense
Whipwreck go behind.
Especially when you see him pull off something that would take other guys years
got
to
him.
perfect.
Back suplex. Yay. I mean, boo.
What can you say?
Come on, Honky. I'm being totally biased here. Let's go, Honky.
You're in big trouble.
Yeah, stomp that stupid Whipwreck out. Stomping him on his face. Mikey Whipwreck, the lovable loser from Ecdamien, has become, from ECW, has become a less lovable loser here on Ecdamien. Look at that jab. You see, that's why you don't mess with this Elvis impersonator. He'll beat the shit out of you. Big fish drop in the middle rope. Sort of like his cousin, Brian Christopher. Takes him up. Fireman's carry. Mini AA. Mikey Whipwreck's favorite wrestler of all time is John Cena. Mikey Whipwreck learned all his moves from John Cena. Don't ask how that makes sense. It does. Nice area. See, Mikey Whipwreck can't do shit against Honky Tonk Man. He tries to get a little offense going, and he gets taken down. Honky Tonk Man is so great. Look at his suplex. Well, Mikey Whipwreck was able to get his feet. Hurricane Rana. No. Kick out Honky. Kick out Honky. Oh, look at Honky. He got his foot in the rope. Oh, rolling back and forth. Now Honky. One. Oh, Honky was just able to kick out. Whipwreck may have almost got the win there. It was risky. He almost got beat. Whipwreck, I don't get the strategy here, but you know what? Do what you got to do, Whipwreck. Suplex him to the outside in a match on Ecdamien. Yes, Mikey Whipwreck, Honky Tonk Man getting in "This is awesome" chant. I may disagree with the crowd, but who am I to disagree with the Ecdamien crowd? I don't know who I am. Whipwreck went to pick him up, and Honky was able to get out of it. Kitchen sink. Got a 4 count. Honky running. I don't know, it's at 5. You would think that they would want to run back in the ring. Oh, 6. Now it's really close. They must be terrified. You think Honky would be alright with getting a count out, but you would be wrong. Honky's a more honorable competitor than that. Honky, Irish whips Mike Whipwreck into the corner. Elbow to the head. What you're gonna see. The whippersnapper. That wasn't the whippersnapper. I meant to say the whipping leg sweep. 1, 2. All right, I was about to give up on all hope of Ecdamien ever making sense again. Went to kick him in his back, but Honky said no, and he snap-aired him. Yeah. What a match this has been. This crowd is loving this episode of Ecdamien, and I blame them. This is such an episode of Ecdamien. I gotta tell you, these guys are in the best shape I've ever seen. This could be the last episode that Damien has control of, and what a show he booked. He's not even here. He's busy talking to his man in the back, hyping him up for this main event 6-man tag, and trying to get him excited. I go to WWE.com all the time to catch up on the divas. Well, Honky fights out of it. No, Irish whipping Whipwreck to the outside. You have to wonder what Honky's strategy is. Honky stalking his prey like a musician. Stalking another musician. Whipwreck's got him.
One of the things that Whipwreck is known for is being a master of the unexpected.
Whipwreck known of being a master of the unexpected, according to Jibble.
And he brings the action back inside the ring.
Yeah, I think this is good strategy.
Whipwreck. This has been a little more back and forth match than I would have expected. Usually these two would have gotten beat by now. Backbreaker to Honky. Is that going to be it? Is Mikey Whipwreck going to get his first win here on Ecdamien? Marlon was a little... Marlon, he didn't really get down for the pin quick enough. He was a little slow. It may have cost him. Mikey Whipwreck almost got his first win. Kick to the gut. Whipwreck's bringing him in. Working the arm. DDT on his nice Elvis-like hair. Hopefully he didn't affect his sideburns. Oh, Whipwreck's calling him up. I would love to hear trash talk from Mikey Whipwreck to Honky Tonk Man. Whippersnapper! Is Mikey Whipwreck about to win his first match on Ecdamien? No, kick out Honky. Kick out Honky. Honky, kick out. Son of a bitch. I mean, I guess you're right, Michael Cole. This was quite a huge win. Mikey Whipwreck picking up his first loss. I mean, his first win after 2 losses. It was a bullshit. He got lucky. That was a 3 count. Honky should have won it right there. This injustice carrying out here on this Ecdamien episode. Mikey Whipwreck beat the Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man is 0-3 and Mikey Whipwreck is 1-2. The injustice here on this show. Hug. Maybe it is time for a change. Where's Alberto Del Rio? Why did Honky lose? I'm crying inside. Where's Damien? I know he's talking to his man in the background, but
match was incredible.
I know we're all disgusted. And here was a backbreaker that almost Honky away, but Honky, such a man, he was able to kick out. It wasn't because Marlon took a while to get down there. But the whippersnapper, you don't see the whippersnapper. Okay, no, you do get to see the whippersnapper. The whippersnapper somehow able to put Honky away. I'll chalk it up to luck. I believe that if these two are to fight again, Honky would become victorious. But that's all up to whoever is controlling Ecdamien next week. As if they want to book a rematch. Alright, so there was really no explanation for this match. Up next is a triple threat match. My best guess is, much like on my show, how I had a fatal four-way to see who was going into the Brad match. This is a triple threat match to see who's going into the Brad Memorial Battle Royal match, even though he may become an Ecdamien GM, but we won't focus on that little trivial fact. Instead, we'll watch the in-ring masterpiece. That is Lex Luger versus Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. One of these three men, I'm guessing, is going to join Bret Hart and fight for the honor of Brad. And what a match this should be. Let's go. Let's look at the Ecdamien careers of these three men. Baron Corbin, 0-3. Dolph Ziggler, 0-1. Lex Luger, 0-1. Yeah. Let's get this match going. I'm excited. I don't know how Baron Corbin has lost 3 weeks in a row, and hopefully he can win here tonight, or else he's going to go 0-4. How did he... I don't remember. So the first week, Baron Corbin lost in a triple threat match for the Canadian Championship. Then he lost to Christian in a chance to win a Canadian Championship. Then he lost in a number one contenders battle royal. Wow, I guess he is 0-3. Alright. What match should Lex Luger lose? I don't remember Lex Luger even fighting on Ecdamien once. Oh, Lex Luger lost to DDP in a second episode of Ecdamien.
This is unreal.
A big match for him here tonight. Let's see if he's
Oh,
up for the
I mean,
challenge.
Lex Luger, even though he lost his one and only match here on Ecdamien so far, he may go on to fight for the honor of Brad. When you're fighting for the honor of Brad, your history doesn't matter. You just gotta put your heart and soul into proving that you belong. Proving that you have what it takes to become the Bradley Sarah Undisputed Memorial Heavyweight Champion of the Galaxy. I mean, I'd be pretty concerned if I was one of these talents. They're gonna have to take on Bret Hart just from my show. And we don't even know the competitors from the other two shows yet. But here comes the Lone Wolf. He's walking all slow and his head's down because he's sad. He's 0-3. He hasn't been able to win here on this show. Baron Corbin, or Core. The crowd, some of the fans are still behind him. That woman's just heckling him. He's just looking up depressed, knowing that he's probably not going to win this. And that he's going to go to 0-4. A man once thought of as a future of wrestling, made a name for himself in WWE's NXT program, put on great matches with Samoa Joe and others. Won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, but since coming to the Ecdamien has not been able to really himself, except for the man who is 0-3 and lost on every Ecdamien episode. The man who will always lose but always get chances on his show. Baron Corbin, he just looks so sad. Represent the bright future that he had, and just as quickly as they pop up, they go away. And here comes Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, the only loss that he had was in the number one contenders battle royal. So it's not even like he was pinned. He was just thrown over the top rope, and he made it 2. But he is still 0-1. But it's not like it's that bad of a loss.
3 of WWE's most polarizing figures set to square off here in this.
So yes, I would say the same about one of Baron's losses, but because he also was just thrown over the top, also lost by pinfall 2 weeks in a row, and he was the first man eliminated in the Battle Royal, so not really the best showing for the Lone Wolf so far. Lex Luger just walking around. If I had to put my money on anyone, I actually put it on Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler came this close. This close. I know you can't see how close my fingers are, but I can guarantee you they're close. He came this close to winning and becoming number one contender for Heath Slater. And who wouldn't want to see Dolph Ziggler versus Heath Slater? But instead we're getting Heath Slater versus DDP, which should still be fun. And, well, the winner takes on Brad. The winner does not take on Brad. The winner takes on... the winner fights in honor of Brad. It looks like we got, like, a big schoolyard bully versus, like, a little kid, and his dad came to help him. Or his big brother came to help him. Dolph Ziggler looks like Lex Luger's little child. And that's what he thinks of his little child. But Dolph Ziggler able to fight back. Dolph Ziggler may be the son of Lex Luger. We don't know. They look close enough alike. Dolph's dragging Luger into ropes. Irish whip. Corbin's standing right there. Corbin just doesn't care anymore at this point. Corbin's in the matches and he's going to do stuff, but in the back of his mind, he doesn't believe he's going to win. Forearm smash by Luger. Doesn't have to form as a steal in it. Irish whip. The Dolph to the outside.
He's in big trouble.
I don't know if that was the smartest idea. Luger could take advantage as Dolph is starting to... As Dolph is stuck on the outside, but here comes Dolph. I mean, he just got Irish whip to the outside. It's not like he'd be down for long. Punch to the gut.
What's he going to do here? What's he going to do here?
Double neck breaker. To Luger.
The summer of 1993. I'll never
Corbin
forget
picks
Luger
him up,
rode to
but
SummerSlam,
uppercut.
Literally rode cross country and is now famous Lex Express.
The Lex.
His destination, of course, was SummerSlam in a match against WWE
Who's
champion.
gonna win? Who will fight Bret Hart and other 2 stars from the other 2 shows in the honor of Brad?
I'd say, King, that was the closest Luger
Double neck
ever
breaker
came
again, but this time not to Luger, but with Luger to Corbin. Luger's got a bat.
Television championship.
Nope, he threw away the bat.
And of course, World Heavyweight Championship.
Father and son teaming up on Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin trying to hide the bat. Luger going for a cover. I don't know why I would just do that with Dolph right there.
Cole, you mentioned Luger's football background, and whether you like him or not, Lex Luger.
Apparently Dolph and Luger don't really want to fight each other right now, which I'm a bit shocked about.
There's only one total package.
They're mostly focusing on Baron, and Luger's just beating him down with a bat. My God. Elbow drop to somewhat of Baron Corbin from the top rope. Forearm smash. The forearm smash has a sled or steel or whatever the hell it was. And Dolph breaks it up again. But they're actually fighting this time. Back suplex. Corbin. Corbin. I feel so bad for Corbin. He was such a talented young prospect. But the past 3 weeks on the show have just been so sad for him. He's just been getting less and less confident as the weeks have gone on.
This guy's just too strong.
It's a bit of the mat sort of having a delayed reaction.
He's all about using his amazing strength to overpower his opposition. And more often than not,
I hope Corbin can pick up a victory here. Corbin needs to get back on a winning track. I'd hate to see him go 0-4, but a big DDT could keep him
So you know
from
that background
becoming
is
victorious. And a
game-playing very
suplex
well
to
for
Dolph.
this matchup.
Nope, but a knee to the head. Nice DDT by Dolph. Dolph picks up Luger. The Luger says, no. Shoulder tackle. Both these men can't hit each other. Dolph's in the middle. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Dolph always teaming up with somebody to beat up somebody else. Never getting teamed up on. Dolph Ziggler apparently smarter than Lex Luger and Baron Corbin.
You need to look no further than his bear hugger, military press.
Torture rack, torture rack. Is he gonna go on? Is he gonna go on to the triple threat? The fatal four-way.
Lex Luger has just been relentless here in the early
Oh,
going.
but Dolph could have just broken it up in time. I was whipped to the outside. I don't know why Dolph's going to the outside with him. Baron Corbin's got a bat, and he doesn't really know what to do. Corbin going to the side of the ring where nobody's at, and puts down the bat. Corbin just sort of watching. Dolph throws him to Corbin, and Corbin, once again, not really on his game.
Quick reversal by Lex Luger.
Look what's happening in there. I don't know if we've ever seen someone as large as Baron Corbin move like this. The guy's picking up steam on
these men.
King, when you talk about the most
Baron Corbin, this match is just getting kind of weird. Not really knowing.
At the top, right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Lex Luger going flying into the entranceway. Oh, throwing Dolph into the apron now. These men just will not let each other hit anything. What the hell? Running around Baron Corbin in a circle just to run into the apron.
What's he going for here?
Corbin having a just throwing Dolph back. Good for him. Luger just sort of slides over Dolph. Corbin may want to get back in the ring before Luger, you know, like pins Dolph.
Luger is also among the most powerful stars to grace the squared circle.
Takes him down. Oh, he saw Corbin coming. Corbin able to get out and hit a DDT. Come on, Corbin. I don't want you to go 0-4. I don't want you to be the biggest loser on this show.
One shot to the head from Luger's loaded arm will leave you out like a light. There's just no way around.
Why, Dolph? Why do you want to go to the outside so bad? Why, Dolph? What honestly is the reason, you asshole? And both times it hasn't worked out well for you, and you just threw him back in the ring. Good job, Dolph. I hope you don't win now. Anyone but Dolph. But Dolph going back in the ring, calling him up. Luger just sort of watching. Oh, the forearm smash! Oh, could Luger take advantage? If Corbin stays groggy. Oh, Dolph just able to kick out. Luger was still groggy the entire time, so that could have been it, but Dolph just finding it in him to kick out. Going for a DDT, but Corbin fights him off, punching him in his gut.
Here we go again.
So many exchanging shots to the gut. Turns Corbin around. He gets out of it. He gets out of it. Drop kick to the back of Luger. No. Russian leg sweep. American leg sweep. Sleeper hold. Is Lex Luger gonna tap? Dolph's gonna want him to tap right now. Oh, but Corbin just breaking it up. And now Dolph going for a pin. Because apparently if Corbin breaks up his submission in Dolph's mind, he won't break up a pin. Zigzag? No, not a zigzag.
I don't know if we've ever seen someone as large as Baron Corbin move.
These men have just been reversing each other, going back and forth right now. Oh, finally, they're going to double team Dolph Ziggler. Thank God. Dolph Ziggler has just been double teaming them. Outsmarting them, but they finally wised up. I don't know why Baron Corbin would just try to go for the pin with Lex Luger right there. Not exactly the smartest man as Baron Corbin, but turns him around.
No wiggle room here
And
for
just
Baron
takes Corbin to the mat.
Has really turned up the volume here.
You can see how badly each one of these men want to fight for the honor of Brad. I applaud them for this effort.
From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious
Real
injuries.
impressed. Oh, look at Corbin. A smart man. 1, 2. Oh, Corbin came so close to getting his first win on Ecdamien and fighting for the honor of Brad. Brad, who took Corbin under his wing when he first came to Kaufman's. Brad, who taught Baron Corbin everything he knows about being a big man. Corbin just ignoring. Oh my God.
Hang on.
And the day. Screw you, Lex Luger.
This one's over. There it is. This could do it. Maybe it.
Luger.
1, 2, and he breaks the 3.
Luger just sort of mocking Baron Corbin, saying, hey, I don't even have to break it up right away, and you ain't gonna win. But is he gonna tap? Two men's finishers just got broken up. Apparently, Lex Luger also has the same strategy. If they break up a submission, they're not going to break up a pin. Men are not smart in triple threat matches these days. And a second end of days to Dolph Ziggler. But once again, Lex Luger is just right there. I don't know what is wrong with these three idiots. They really do not understand how this match works. Whatever works, Lawler, nothing is working. These men don't understand that if they're going to try to pin someone, they should probably not do it as a guy standing right there, and they should try to take him down. What the hell, Dolph? Oh, double kick to both blonde men. DDT.
What power, what a slam, what damage.
Oh, heart stopper. 1, 2, 3.
Wait a minute, are you talking about me? No, I'm fine.
Okay, Lawler making his heart attack jokes.
He looks absolutely unstoppable.
Luger just watching. And 10. Now I guess he'll forget that Lex Luger. Oh, but Lex Luger won't let him forget. Torture rack to Dolph Ziggler. Is Lex Luger gonna go on?
How much punishment
Tap,
can he
Dolph.
absorb?
Tap.
I guess he's done with that.
Damn it.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do next?
Wow, he's still down after
The only
that.
thing is Corbin is still injured from the heart stopper.
2.
But Corbin was starting to get up before Luger just tried to pin him.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far.
You know, Bret Hart from Raw's Andrew is watching this match, scouting these three men, trying to see who one of his opponents will be.
He's pulling out all
Duplex?
the stops tonight.
No. Dolph's been down for a while. Oh, well, right as I said that. Dolph's starting to get back up. Bret Hart is watching these men and realizing that none of them know how multi-man matches work and get the point.
Oh, look at that. That's a top of power.
Wait. Zigzag! Is Dolph Ziggler gonna go on? Is Dolph gonna go on? Corbin's out. 1, 2. Oh my God. Dolph, yay, Lex Luger was able to kick out. This triple threat match continues. Thank God.
Back in the ring
Dolph
now.
over the top rope just to come right back in.
Look what's happening in there.
Lex Luger showing how resilient he is, being able to kick out the zigzag. Corbin takes down Luger. Double stomp to Luger. I don't know how Luger had that in him to kick out the zigzag.
Yeah, it looked like it was completely out of desperation.
Irish whip into the corner. Corbin putting him up top. What does Baron have planned?
This one's getting ugly. You might want to turn away if you have a weak heart.
Oh, damn.
With a suplex.
What's Dolph gonna do?
Gosh.
Big drop kick, open Luger. Look at him, he's dead.
Doing whatever it
Damn
takes
you,
to
Dolph.
Can you blame him?
You're stupid. Dolph to the top rope.
Down below.
Elbow drop.
Oh, look at Dolph Ziggler here.
Do something,
So
Dolph.
brazen, so aggressive.
Heart stopper.
We know he loves to show off.
The heart stopper. This
Do you think you have a signature that want to take you 5 minutes?
No, I'm fine. The flow of the match has changed again.
Luger When this move started, Luger was unconscious. But because this move takes 12 years, Luger back to his feet. Dolph Ziggler gonna go for a pin, and Luger won't break it up. God, these men are completely stupid and don't get how this. No. Why? They're going to the outside again. I hate everyone involved in this match now. Except Baron Corbin. I really want Corbin to win this. All my hatred has been going to Lex Luger and Dolph Ziggler. Get back in the ring.
And he's heading back in.
Thank you, Corbin.
Nothing good is going to happen out here on the floor.
Yeah, screw you, Dolph.
Lex Luger showing his prowess.
Sleeper hold, and of course he's doing it right as Baron Corbin's right there. And he just lets it go. Alright, good goddamn strategy. Yeah, go for the cover while Baron Corbin's standing.
And the match continues. I love this.
I don't Lawler. I don't love this. Oh my god, thank god killed Dolph Ziggler. And Corbin's just standing right there.
You remember that song back in the day? Staying Alive?
These men, all stupid. Do not. Dolph Ziggler's been busted open. Good. I hope he's injured. What a match this has been. What a great triple threat match. But these men are complete idiots and really don't know how this match works. Russian leg sweep. Luger going to the top. Why? Why does Luger go to the top? What does Luger do from the top? Who knows? Forearm smash. Alright. Well, he's stalking Dolph. Oh, nice jab by Luger. Oh, but a hit to the back. Do something, Dolph. Why? Forearm to his bloody head. And drop kick to his bloody knee. Super kick to his bloody gut.
This could be huge.
Back suplex. Not the kick up. Alright. Corbin calling him up. Dolph going to the top. Why? Who the hell knows? Because he wants to hit an elbow drop. Get him, Corbin. Get him, Corbin. End of days. Go for the cover, Baron. Go, go, go. 1, 2. Yes. Thank God. Baron Corbin finally gets his win, and he gets it over 2 idiots who don't know how to do triple threat matches. Thank God. Baron Corbin on the winning track. What a win for Baron Corbin. I wanted him to win, and I'm glad he did.
Let's take a look at some of the big highlights. We may be looking at the match of the year.
Dolph Ziggler. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. It's just that everyone went stupid and forgot that how triple threat matches work, and that if you're going to go for a pin, you probably want to try to take down the guy standing right next to you as you're going for a pin. Overall, it was a good match. Just these men sort of went stupid sometimes. This was the end of days that finally ended the match. The end of match. Look at Baron Corbin finally got a win, and he could go on this Sunday to win the Bradley Sarah Memorial Undisputed Heavyweight Championship of the Galaxy.
3 competitors walked in with
All right. Up next, we've got a tag team match playa. Another tag team match playa. Playa, holla, holla. And what a tag team match this should be. We've got Simon Gotch, Aiden English, the Vaudevillains, taking on the tag team champions. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd looking to get a victory going into Backlash this Sunday. Their number 1 contenders already lost, so hey. Let's see. Aiden English and Simon Gotch, this is their debut match. Cesaro is 1-0, Tyson Kidd is 2-0. Tyson Kidd just has one more match than Cesaro, but still undefeated. The Vaudevillains making their debut here on Ecdamien, looking to get a victory over the tag team champions, Kid and Cesaro. As your music just got mean, but now it's back to being happy.
Finest, squaring off in what will assuredly be an exciting tag team encounter.
Tremendous tag team competition coming up here.
This should be a great tag team match. Two very skilled tag teams. I mean, you just saw a team beat the #1 contenders earlier tonight, and Adam Rose and Bo Dallas. What if you see another team in the Vaudevillains beat the tag team champions? Then you have the contenders and the champions beat, all before this Sunday at the pay-per-view. Then who has a momentum going into pay-per-view? Oh, what a taunt. What a manly team. That was manly. And they're taking on another manly team. This should be a fun match. Aiden English, Simon Gotch. Oh no. Oh no. You all saw nothing. Nothing happened and no one saw anything. We went to a commercial break and we're back, and here comes Cesaro. The other half of the Ecdamien Tag Team Champions. Cesaro and Kid won this on the first week, defeating the Bushwhackers. And this Sunday they go on to take on the Bushwhackers.
The combination of these two competitors looks nearly unstoppable.
Oh my god, that woman in the pink is really excited for Cesaro. But then again, that was probably my face when Cesaro came back. Cesaro and Kid, the tag team champions, looking to get one more victory before this Sunday as they have to defend against the Bushwhackers. But tonight, they're not going to look past the Vaudevillains, or else they may find themselves at the losing end of tonight's match. Ba-boom, boom, boom, boom. Like earlier tonight, we had the #1 contenders be defeated. The Bushwhackers lost to Axel and Bo. If the champions are defeated, that really puts a wrench in this whole tag team title scene, doesn't it? Here we go, Tyson Kidd and Simon Gotch trying stuff off. Simon Gotch. Starting off as a big snap suplex. That was manly. That was a manly way to start that match. It's a big suplex. Dragging him in. Neck breaker. Breaking the neck of Tyson Kidd. Again. That very injured neck, and now bitch slapping him. Even if Cesaro and Kidd win, or, I mean, even if they lose, they're still the tag team champions and still have to defend the title against the Bushwhackers. But you'd have to imagine that if the Vaudevillains can defeat the tag team champions, they'll probably be next in line after the title defense Sunday. No matter who walks out champions, Kid and Cesaro. Aw shit, manly elbow. Do some push-ups, Simon. Ah, no, I didn't. He learned that from his favorite SmackDown superstar, Scott Steiner. He just didn't learn how to do that push-up part. Nice elbow. Big uppercut. I was trying to hear what the fans were saying, but much like Damien himself, it's hard to understand sometimes. And Simon Gotch getting tossed outside the ring. Tyson Kidd not going to go after him, just tagging in Cesaro. That may be a smart strategy. You don't want to take too many risks that could possibly get you injured going into Sunday's pay-per-view match, or else they could lose the tag titles. Especially with, taking down Cesaro. Oh, maybe he did learn the push-ups. Maybe he did learn from Scott Steiner. You don't know. Because Cesaro and Kidd, they are going into the championship this Sunday at a disadvantage. They don't know what the Bushwhacker surprise is. I don't know what the Bushwhacker surprise is. Only Damien and the Bushwhackers know what the Bushwhackers have planned for this Sunday. And a big suplex by Simon Gotch, tagging at Aiden English. Maybe they should have brought their surprise with them tonight. Maybe it would have kept them from losing. A big kick to the gut. If you're just watching in, joining in right now, all I need to tell you to fill you in is everyone who has a match on the pay-per-view lost.
Cesaro switches it up.
Pretty much.
This Cesaro seems to have an answer.
Cesaro was a big uppercut. Yeah, knocking out Aiden English.
Claims to be the first of his kind to effectively cross
Mikey Whipwreck got his first win here tonight. Baron Corbin's going on to the Bradley Sarah Memorial Battle Royal, Undisputed Championship of the Galaxy, after winning a very annoying triple threat match, and 2 #1 contenders who have championship matches this Sunday lost. Christian retained his Canadian Championship, and now we got the Tag Team Champions taking on the Vaudevillains as Aiden English drops an elbow to the back of Cesaro. Big kick to the gut, punch to the face. And now Aiden returning the kick to the gut. I don't know what he was going for. It didn't look like he had a very tight grip on Cesaro. Irish whip into the corner. Strong Irish whip, bouncing off, falling to the mat. Yeah, you rub his face in that mat. Show him who's boss. Rub his face in the W. Cesaro picks him up. And a big uppercut. Tack back into Kid. A victory would mean a lot for our tag team champions. A loss would just put them in the same boat as our contenders. Backbreaker to Tyson Kidd.
My God, his body's been through hell.
Is that enough? I don't believe that's enough to put away Tyson Kidd. Yeah, no, it wasn't. I mean, it's smart to try to wear him down and get him tired.
The human body can only absorb so much of that.
What's Aiden got planned? Going to the middle rope, but he tried to do it in Cesaro's corner. He tried to do it in Cesaro's corner, and Cesaro punched him in the face for his troubles. That really seemed to hurt Aiden English's feelings. So he snap suplexes Tyson Kidd. Making the tag to Simon Gotch. These manly men having a very smart strategy in this tag team match, putting on a very good match against the tag team champions. Just as a very strong showing in their debut. Oh, never mind. Oh, I spoke too soon again because big Russian leg sweep by Simon Gotch. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and Kidd kicks out. Oh, hard punch. Hard punch to the heart-in-law. Oh, hard punch followed by.
Simon Gotch.
Is that going to be enough to put him away? Here comes Cesaro. Cesaro just able to break it up. Aiden English stares him down. Irish whips him, and Cesaro goes falling onto that big Sheamus head on the outside. Tyson Kidd counters. Oh no. Shades of Mikey Whipwreck. Why does everyone love doing this spot? It gets kind of old. Superplexity outside. My God. Everyone may be doing it and it may get repetitive, but it's still brutal. The crowd being assholes chanting, "We are awesome," despite doing absolutely shit. Cesaro's just standing there staring at them. Backbreaker. I don't know what Cesaro, unless he just really wants something personal. Five. Tyson Kidd runs back in the ring. Cesaro just staring him down still. I don't get what Cesaro's doing. No suplex. Could that be it? Simon Gotch was just able to kick out. Cesaro back. He finally got out of his trance that he was in. Simon Gotch rules. I agree with that sign. Aiden English chasing Cesaro. Bulldog by Kidd. What's he gonna go for? Wiping the sweat off his face. Kick to the gut. Pump handle. Pump handle gut buster. Placing Kidd. This has been kind of a brutal match. A hard match for the tag team champions. A good showing for the debuting Vaudevillains. All 4 men in this match looking very tough, looking very impressive.
Man, that got him good.
Aiden English finally returns a favor on Cesaro. But that even stops Cesaro. Cesaro's still right there. Cesaro's such a man, you can punch him in his face and he just continues what he's doing. But our 5 suplex from the top rope. God damn. Wait, Simon Gotch trying to get in the ring. Marlon saying, get the hell out, you pasty motherfucker. And so he did, because Marlon asked nicely. Cesaro, very European uppercut to a very manly man. Is that going to be enough to put him away? 1, 2. Tyson Kidd, just too slow. He may love cats, but he does not have the speed of a cat. Tyson Kidd. Uh-oh. This could be it. Damn, Aiden English. Got dropped. And a neutralizer to Simon Gotch. And a neckbreaker on the outside. Both of the Vaudevillains are getting taken out. And Cesaro and Kidd pick up a victory, gaining a good amount of momentum. What a tag team match. Cesaro and Kidd, unlike their challengers, pick up a victory. So you got to imagine that they have the most momentum going into the match, even though we still don't know who or what or if or anything really about the Bushwhacker surprise. It was a good match. The Vaudevillains should have nothing to be ashamed of. They put up a great showing, but just the tag team champions were a little too much. And as well it should be. The tag team champions should be the best team. Here's what helped take him out. Look at Aiden English just getting dropped on his back on the apron. As Cesaro is hitting a neutralizer. Tyson Kidd. Also, it's a neck breaker on the outside. As of right now, I would think that the safe pick is Kidd and Cesaro, but still a big surprise what or who or if or anything about the Bushwhackers and what they have planned. Roman Reigns looks disgusted from whatever show he's on. Alright. Up next, we've got a champion versus champion match, actually. And this should be a great match. Random match. Now, you ask yourself, why isn't this the main event? Well, because, ladies and gentlemen, the main event is just so big. But this match is also so big. You have 2 men who can't really afford a loss going into the pay-per-view because they're both champions. And one of them's going to have to lose. Woo, booking of pro wrestling in 2016. Woo-hoo. Heath Slater, the Ecdamien champion. Bruno Sammartino, the Cash champion. And what a match this will be. Bruno Sammartino, I should suggest that he should switch whoever took his picture and get the same one that Heath Slater did, because whoever took Slater's picture did a much better job than whoever took Bruno's picture. Let's look at these men's win-loss records, shall we? I think we shall. Bruno Sammartino is 2-0. Heath Slater is 1-2.
Making his way to the ring from Italy.
Look at this crazy old man.
Champion, the living legend, Brutus Martinez.
The living legend, Brutus Martinez, some call him. I call him Bruno Sammartino. And there you see his Cash title. He always loses his pants, but he's ready to defend the championship here tonight. But we told him, no, you're not going to defend the championship here tonight. That's this Sunday against R-Truth. And he was like, God damn it. And here comes the Ecdamien champion. There's the Ecdamien champion, Heath Slater.
Weighing in at 216 pounds.
Now the last we saw Heath Slater, he walked against Goldberg.
WCCW.
Who knows? But he's out here against Bruno Sammartino. Maybe he just didn't want to fight Goldberg.
And now here's Heath Slater.
Watch out. The one-man band is on his way. You know, this guy can sing like a bird. Okay, a vulture. Look out. This one's going to be intense.
Making Jerry Lawler style jokes. Heath. Look at that little swivel. What a champion. What a man. What a Heath. This should be a fun match. Champion versus champion. Bruno, Slater. Let's get this shit going.
And there's the bell. These guys are going to be very aggressive. You know they're going to use
Slater to the outside. And I don't know what the hell Slater was going to do, but Bruno just grabbed him and threw him into the announce table. And now throw him into the apron. All right.
Absolutely amazing.
Now into the steps.
And I guarantee you they're going to love it.
Bruno just tossing Slater around.
What's Heath Slater going through?
Here's the thing. This match, of course, isn't
Slater
for
able
the
to move.
but the champ
Running
can't
into the
afford to
ring.
look past this one. If he does, he could lose momentum or even worse.
Irish whip. Slater off the ropes. Power slam. Now punches to the head of Slater. I don't know what Slater was planning at the beginning of the match, but it is horribly backfired. Punch to the gut. You go, Slater. Slater leaving the ring. And Bruno following him. Oh, luring him in. Like a cat luring in another cat. Slater now bashing his head into the mat. I guess that's what his plan was, to draw him in, lure him in, and it just didn't go very well at all the first time, but it worked a lot better that time. Oh, tossed into the barricade. Now, backbreaker by Bruno.
Yeah, you really have to enjoy hurting someone.
5, Bruno back in the ring. Slater back in the ring now.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
You're right about that, Cole.
Turns him around, turns him back around.
Slater's annoyingly arrogant. You know, there's a reason why he's a
Reverse
one-man
DDT.
band. Nobody else wants to hang out with him.
Oh, you tell Lawler. Kick to the gut. Who's going to win this champion versus champion match?
Oh,
I rake.
What a shot by Heath Slater.
I'll punch him. Look at old John Cena turnbuckles looking on disgustingly at Heath Slater's tactics. You know, for a second I thought Heath was going to try to walk out like he did last week, but I mean, I guess he was just luring in Bruno.
Heath Slater takes control. Not only is Heath Slater arrogant, as we spoke about earlier, but he never
Bruno
stops
turns
yapping
Heath
his
around.
gums. Talk about a motor mouth.
Right.
Slater's fading fast here.
Oh, Slater lands on his feet, kick to the gut.
Crushing kick to the gut.
Bruno pushes him off. Bruno,
I wouldn't be able to breathe for a week. He's showing
Bruno,
no
a very
signs of
strong
letting
man. I heard Jerry Lawler hyperventilating over on commentary. Kind of distracting. Bruno picks him up.
We've seen this before.
Bear hug.
A devastating bear hug.
Is that going to be enough to tap out the one-man band?
I don't believe the
Not yet.
destruction we're seeing.
This guy's just going from one painful move to
Bruno
another.
trying to get the cover. I don't get people who... Why? If they don't tap out, why do you think you can pin them? Ah, the nerve hold. Yes. You go, Bruno.
Yeah, Heath Slater certainly does like to hear himself
But
talk.
Heath Slater
That's okay if you can back it up.
fighting
And
back
we've
with
seen
everything
he
he's got.
has what
Oh,
it takes
yeah,
to
you
back it up.
show him, Heath. Oh,
wait,
punch
nice
to the
reversal.
head by Bruno.
We know what this is.
What is this? Ah, look at Bruno go.
There's no escaping this.
Is Heath gonna tap? Is Heath gonna tap?
And there's the release.
No, he didn't.
What's going to happen now?
I'm scared to ask.
Going for a
This
cover.
may very well be
1,
it.
2, and Heath just kicks out. You can see the shock on Bruno's face. I'm shocked myself. Bruno picks him up and goes for a suplex. No, but Heath blocks it and suplex Bruno himself. Heath is, people don't take him seriously as a champion, but he's a good wrestler.
Not today, too fast.
But when you're on a roster with John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, Ric Flair, Randy Savage, Dusty Rhodes, Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, Edge, Christian, DDP, and your Lex Luger, Vader, and your name is Heath Slater, you're not really going to be thought of that high up on the card, but Slater proving everyone wrong. Oh, knee to the chest.
Old-fashioned butt kicking right here.
These men brawling again on the outside. Oh, thrown into Baron Corbin. Smashed down to Baron Corbin. Is Heath going to try to win by countout? Bruno trying to recover from what just happened. And he gets back in the ring at 7.
I don't agree with you, King.
Oh, knee to the gut. But a drop kick by Heath Slater gets him back on offense. Yeah, you stomp away on him, Heath. Oh, kick to the gut by Bruno. And a second bear hug. Could this be it? Is Heath going to tap? How many bear hugs can you take? How many hugs can one man handle? I guess more than 2 Heath can handle. Bruno picks him up. Irish whip, but Heath counters it. Alright, looks like he's going to try to bring him back in the ring, but Bruno said, no, I'll get myself back in the ring. Backbreaker to Slater. Going for the cover. Is that going to be enough to put away the champ? That was. Alright. Bruno Sammartino just beat Heath Slater with a backbreaker. I don't know if I'd be good to go that far to call the match of the year, Lawler. Well, this video is about to be broken up into 2 parts. The main event of Ecdamien is going to be its own part, and that's because the men in the ladder match are going to be revealed secretly, so you don't see me setting it up or the match screen. So I'm going to pause this right now and set up the next part. Goodbye.